put that.
Hello?
Oh, there I go. I can hear you now.
Alright. Yes, my second time trying out the Conqueror build.
Alright, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, and I didn't really do well at this game. I just want to know how my pathing is, because I kind of shut my brain down, like, when, like, the bot lane started spam pinging, because I think he was, like, triggered that I didn't really gank him much.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really gank that much this game. I was just, like, trying to get my rotation down for the...
That's perfectly fine. So, yeah. As I've always said, the person who starts spam pinging immediately goes ahead and gets hit with that mute button. You can't focus your energy on just trying to help those kind of people. Like, some people just, they're going to spam ping you.
My phone is right there. My phone is right there.
So, the very first thing is, you don't want to go in too deep into this bush. Even a ward that, here's the problem. When you put that ward in that early, the ward's going to not last it's not going to last at all, you know what I mean? By standing right here, you achieve the same result of the ward without wasting it, you know what I mean? So what you should put the ward in is, if you're going to start red, 110. If you're going to back and get sweeper or start on the other side of the camp, then 50 seconds is about your window when you want to put it down. Because what it does then is actually provides a ward for your mid laner who can go ahead and use that vision to avoid a gank.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Alright.
So 110, 115.
Yeah, 110, 115 is when I would put it down there if you're starting the same side. 50 to 55 if you're starting the opposite. Alright, so you're not doing the Tiger Phoenix bear clear. So what you need to do with that is Tiger Phoenix is going to be 4-2 auto attacks, but really you really just need to focus on Phoenix. So Phoenix again, okay? And yes, the first clear of Phoenix is a little bit slower than Tiger. It's actually kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I felt that. It was like my health was going down really fast.
Yeah.
I usually play Dark Harvest Tiger, so like I finished camp within like,
so
20 seconds. I mean 15 seconds.
All right. So here's your first mistake. And I think I can see what's going on. So hold on, let's go back. God, this thing is like the worst sometimes. So, alright, so you clear this camp, right? What you should be doing, right about, I'll tell you when. Oh my goodness, work with me here. Right here, put a turtle stance. Way before. Because see how you lost your monkey's agility?
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't lose your monkey's agility from here to there. So your first auto attack is going to be a turtle, and then you hit it, and then you put Phoenix stance in there. From there, look how you're doing the clear right now. You see what's wrong right now? The Phoenix cone is not hitting all of them.
Yeah.
Alright. So, one of the big things that causes you to lose a lot of health is you're not optimizing your AoE target. Alright, so one of the main things you want to do here is make sure you're swapping up your auto attacks. Since you have red buff, one of the advantages of red buff is that if you're swapping between the medium Krugs, like hit one, hit the other, that red buff clear starts hitting them all. Secondly, one of the things that you're really struggling on is the reason why you're going so low is because you need to optimize your turtle stance. So turtle right here. Phoenix, drag them back. See, look, see these two that are just kind of standing there beating you to death? There you go. Auto attack, Phoenix. Now look, there you go. See how much more damage you're doing overall? And how much health you're getting for it? So turtle here. You should turtle about right here. Turtle. And then when you turtle, you'll get here, then Phoenix. Cause see, now look, see how much longer you're waiting on doing all your damage? It's very slow. And the reason why is look at your monkey's agility. It's constantly falling off.
Yeah.
So one of the things that you definitely need to practice is you need to put more attention to your monkey's agility so you can get it right. And I'm guessing you got this from one of my videos.
Yeah, from one of your videos.
Alright, so you want to save a smite charge for the blue buff, because you want to bring the blue buff down first, because that's the one that's actually kicking your ass. Alright?
Yeah.
And you definitely need to work more in your positioning, because see, when you watch me do the clear, you'll see how I'm constantly positioning so I'm hitting both of them at the same time. When you're doing your Phoenix clear theirs, you saw how on the blue buff, you shot only the blue buff and not really the Gromp as well? So definitely work on that.
I'm trying to get that positioning down.
It takes practice. All right, where should you be right now?
Mid.
Mm-hmm. You should be mid. You have all of your abilities. You're at a very healthy level, but you should be going mid. But since you saw the J4 going mid lane, what should you do next?
Ping.
No, he already ganked, and he got low. So what should you do?
Oh, go invade.
Why would you invade?
To counter jungle.
No, but I'm saying what's the motivation? You have two places you can go. You can either go top lane Scuttle, or invade his red side. Now, why would you invade?
To maybe try to get ahead in levels.
Perfect. But I think let me ask one more question. If I'm gonna get it right. What piece of information that you're getting that you know an invade would be very successful right now? There's two pieces of information.
Let's see.
I'll give you a hint. Here's hint number 1.
Oh, to see what his farm is, like what camps he killed.
He did 12. He did 12, and if you looked at the fight, he had buffs, right? So you can assume that if he's 12 CS and he's level 3, you know that means he did Krugs, red, blue, Gromp, right? So that means to you can counter jungle. So that's why you should counter jungle. Not go for Scuttle, but you counter jungle his camps.
Okay.
Instead, it seems like you're going mid lane, which turns out to actually be a pretty decent play, but it turns out you're not needed. So you should have gone for the Raptors. But honestly, don't blame yourself, because I probably would have gone to the Raptors and saw Mordekaiser needed help and gone there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is a great play. Definitely a good idea. Go straight to his Raptors. Go straight to his Raptors.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
So right here, go to his Raptors, take a camp, and then bail. Alright, so next thing up, go ahead and start going back to your Krugs, because that's kind of what you want to start setting up for. Full clear. Get yourself in a strong position, because remember, in Phoenix stance, you are always going to be a slightly weaker player. It's just Phoenix stance suffers from early game compared to Tiger.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the sustainability, because like one thing about Dark Harvest is like I get really squishy late game, and then they can just break it down. This AP build is more tanky.
It definitely is.
Sometimes I just feel like, even though like I'm like tanky Udyr, sometimes the teammate they kind of throw too hard when like they don't really know how to engage.
Then what your job is on those cases is to communicate to your team, and then focus on, all right, if my team doesn't know, remember, you're the subject expert on Udyr in that game, right? So remember, quick question, do you know how, let's see, picking a one-trick champion, do you know how Azir works entirely?
No.
So think about that. You don't see Azir much, people don't see Udyr much, right?
Yeah.
So assume that they don't know what the fuck you're capable of. Be their subject matter. Educate them and then let them know. One of the main things that you're suffering on your clears is you're not using your monkey's agility at all. Like, you constantly will sit in Phoenix stance for no reason. And what ends up happening is this ends up hurting your overall clear speed and your health. Because, see, you should not be at 75% health while clearing at all. You shouldn't. So you definitely need to work more on keeping attentive to your clear. Akali just used her only disengage. You should be going straight there. Like, you should not even go ward. Second thing, you should have been coming from right here. So let's go ahead and look at that play. Right here, you see her. So you see how she's vanishing from the minimap? That means her shroud's going down. So what you should have done is go straight here. And been in this position right here. You would have caught Akali out, eat her right here, and then Ard her in the face. And that probably was a kill. Secondly, so now from there you say, okay, I made a mistake. Look at bot lane. Bot lane's ungankable. So what you should do is go ahead and say, alright, what's the next play? You're going to clear the board. Fair enough. Do not do the dragon. You do not do the dragon. Because...
counter jungle?
You look for a counter jungle, look what's going on. You see Mordekaiser in danger, you run there. You see J4 walking away. What should you do right now? Bingo, you're doing the right play. I'm about to tell you. Why are you doing the dragon right now and not earlier?
Because I have vision. I know where J4's at.
Bingo.
and I can smite it if the other team does come.
Mm-hmm. You saw where J4. You saw J4 heading towards his blue side, so you want to go ahead and force the dragon. So beautifully done. Do not go bot lane. You're down a member. You have a blast cone, so I would. This is what I do. I do my blue buff, ping. I'm ready to go bot side, or tell them, hey, I'm ready to come bot lane. You know what I mean? Yeah. And get ready for that. Because you do need to put some pressure down there, and you kind of have you have time to kill. All right, I would go in right now. Right now is a perfect time to go in.
Okay.
Look, see how they're overextended? At the least, you could clear out vision so that way your teammates can have some air. You're tanky. You can take a few blows. And it's also Soraka. Yeah. See, by the time you came in, look what's the difference. Your team has low mana and low health. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, go for the Soraka.
Oh, yeah. I should have went for Soraka.
It worked out, but you kind of should have gone for the safety net. I would have gone for the Soraka first, so she can't spam heal the Caitlyn and make that much harder than it need to be.
Yeah.
All right. W, E, W, E, W, E. All right. Fight's 1. What are you doing?
Should I recall?
Yeah, I know. You just finish your recall. You're still. What are you doing?
Yeah, I got kind of greedy right there.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get a little bit of gold.
Yeah, this. If you needed gold, go do your romp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Perfectly fine, but don't worry. I made mistakes like that. Everyone makes those mistakes. It's all good. All right. So from here, you now okay. So what's going on right now? What's you're kind of playing a little bit like haphazardly. Now you need to say, okay, I need to start power farming a little bit. So farm your Krugs, look at top lane, and if he goes to push in this wave, you... Oh, wait, no, sorry. Wukong is on your team.
Yeah.
You don't have anything else to do. Power farm all the way. Clear everything. Just clear everything. Top lane's pushing. The most I would do is tell him, hey, by the way, you're overextended. Quick question. Why are you invading?
I just wanted to see where the jungler's at. I kind of missed it.
Do you have a control ward to make that work for your while? No, you don't. So why are you doing it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have any deep control wards, and all you did... So here's the thing. So if you don't have any control wards, what does that mean? The only way you're going to see the enemy jungler is with your face, right?
Yeah.
Is your bot lane winning bot lane by themselves?
No, they're not.
Not really. They're only winning because you gave good ganks, and then a fight happened. So if you show top lane, what does that mean for the enemy bot lane?
They can be aggressive and go all in.
Mm-hmm. So that's a bad show. What you could have done instead is just done Rift Herald. Just do it. Because remember, Rift Herald is one of the easiest camps to do. A second thing is you're kind of doing a bad Rift Herald. You want to know why?
I'm not dragging it in more.
You're not dragging it in more, but also look how vulnerable you are.
Yeah.
Akali J4 will just shit on you. I guarantee it. If they saw you, they could just shit on you. Because here's the thing. There are only 2 wards that are going to be able to see... If you go for the Rift Herald, because you're Udyr, right? You're Udyr. A ward here... Oh, sorry. A ward here spots you. A ward here spots you. A ward here spots you, right?
Yeah.
So, doing this where you're sneakily staying in the pit, it's not going to work. Drag it out. So that way you can drop the camp if you need to.
Okay.
In this game, you're really ahead, and your Mordekaiser's like 1v9 for you. But that's just... Yeah. It's an unnecessary risk for you in a higher elo game, in a game where you're not snowballing. So, now that you back, one of the things you start doing is saying, okay, what are my win conditions? Mordekaiser. So what should you do? Drop that Rift Herald top or mid. F bot, you don't care about bot. Drop it top or mid and set up for dragon. That is your next play. Literally, even if you're doing poorly, your mid and your top are snowballing the game out of control. So you want to go ahead and look for power plays around them. Yeah. Mordekaiser just died, so your ass does not get near that dragon yet. You look at bot, you see bots fighting. You take a look at it as the game's happening. You acknowledge that, well, this is SOL, so you don't go in. Yeah. You cannot do anything. You're not going to stand around one of the worst things people do is they stand around watching the fight as if they're going to suddenly turn into, like, Thanos or something and just start snapping fingers in the middle of that team fight.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, look what you're doing right now. Why are you here? What's going to happen?
They can turn on me.
Yeah, they're going to turn on you. More correction is, they're likely going to turn on you. Same with what's it? Corky, thank you. Corky is standing there killing time.
Yeah, he kind of spam ping right after he died there.
Yeah, and then that's why he gets that mute button. Because he got himself killed. There's nothing you could have done there. So, in this game, you definitely can show your autopilot a lot because you're not really making decisive actions. And another reason why J4 is able to get a lot of these good ganks off is because you don't have vision on him.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, let me put this on real quick. Don't eat. So, one of the things I really recommend, work on your monkey's agility in the early game. You're losing a lot of HP and clear speed because you're not maximizing that attack speed.
Yeah.
Next, work more on your positioning and coning. Watch how I do it on my YouTube videos.
Yeah.
So that way you can optimize them. To see, at this point, it doesn't matter anymore. Because you see how much damage it does? It doesn't matter. But early game, that damage can mean the difference between you dying and giving first blood and you securing a kill.
Yeah.
It is that important to get right. Mm-hmm. So, right here, this is an amazingly effective play. Because what you're doing is grabbing that tower for your Wukong. And honestly, I'd be honest, I would have probably gone to the Grom to kind of shadow my Mordekaiser. And the reason why you want to shadow the Mordekaiser is because look how low his HP is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would have personally chosen to shadow him instead. He got away with the kill, but he almost died. Do not go for this dive. This can be a really bad play.
Yeah.
It is. Why is it a bad play?
There's a Soraka there to heal Caitlyn, and she also got her ult to heal up.
Also look at your team. Your team is weak. Your bot lane is weak and behind. And also has double heal for some reason.
Yeah.
So, Dorno.
Hang on a second.
Go ahead. I'll pause your timer. Go ahead and answer it. Alright, guys. So, yes, this isn't a platinum game. So, one of the things you guys have to acknowledge about this game is Autopilot is a hell of a beast. He is winning this game because his teammates are absolutely dominating the game. And it's okay to be carried. But the problem starts occurring, guys, is that when you start doing plays that you don't need to play. As you guys can see, he went for a dive on the only two strong players on the entire enemy team, giving them more resources. What you can optimize and better encourage for yourself is shadow the Mordekaiser. Check for wolves and Gromp. Begin moving your way down to the bot lane to steal more camps from J4. J4 is level 9. He's level 9. He should be level 10, even 11, with the amount of lack of pressure that mid and top have been able to give to their jungler. He should literally be making J4's life a living hell. So, guys, understand that is what you need to look for when you're counter jungling and when you have winning mid and top, that you should be punching the enemy jungler by rotating with them, shadowing your strong lanes so you can take that advantage, deny the enemy jungler camps so that they fall behind. Even if they're able to snowball off your bot lane, if they cannot get the XP from their jungle camps, they will fall behind and you will secure a lead.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, Big Smoke, I'll answer your question after the timer. We're almost done here. Alright, so what I was kind of telling the stream, and I'll kind of repeat for you just real quick, is that in that play, what you should have done is shadow your strong lanes. Because Mordekaiser and Wukong, you should literally be shadowing them and using their momentum to keep J4 pinned down. The fact that J4 is the same level as you when you have a mid and top that are snowballing that hard is unacceptable.
Yeah.
It is unacceptable because that means that you're not farming enough and you're also not denying him enough camps. But see, here's the thing. If your Wukong and Mordekaiser are super strong like they are, where the hell do you think they're gonna go when they have time?
That's not yours. That's not yours.
My jungle camp.
They're gonna go for your jungle camps, or and they're gonna rotate bot lane eventually, right? They're going to. They want more kills. So the fact that you're spending all your time doing stuff like this again is just not effective.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Had you accidentally walked too close to Akali, you would have started tanking the tower because of Cinderhulk.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was literally waiting for that to happen. But see, look at the difference. What's happening in this play that wasn't going on earlier? What are you doing?
I'm actually pushing and helping my mid and top.
Mm-hmm. So things went out well. The only problem is that it was a 5v3. Now, you shouldn't have gone... Now, yes, you definitely did well putting some damage on the tower, but you guys should have left earlier because Infernal Dragon's on the map.
Yeah.
Because remember, if you die, especially if you die and Mordekaiser or Wukong die, they could just force the dragon. Lucky for you... Lucky for you, the enemy team decides that they don't like Infernal Dragons for some reason. I don't know why, but they're like, no. Night! So, right now, I think your timer's close. We're going to go ahead and start just kind of wrapping it up. What do you think you should be doing right now? Like, what's your overall success to winning this game? Because it's 12-19. All right, how do you set up for Baron?
Take Scuttles and then try to ping for Baron.
Okay, think a little bit more. How do you set up for it more successfully? Number one, you have no control wards. You have no sweeper, so you might be standing on top of a ward right now. What happens if J4 steals this Baron from you?
They can turn the game. They can drag it out and have a chance to come back.
And you see how close that came to becoming a reality?
Yeah.
Why did that almost happen? How come they almost got off that Baron steal?
Because we don't have vision in their jungle to prevent.
So
to check the Baron.
Mm-hmm. What you guys could have done, force down mid lane so that the mid lane inhibitor is always pushing. What this forces the enemy team to do is someone has to answer for mid inhib, right?
Yeah.
So if mid inhib is being pushed, that means eventually it's going to be a 4v5, and then you force it. Then communicate to your teammates everything you need them to do. Corki's bot lane, fuck him, okay?
Yeah.
Tell your Mordekaiser, hey, ult X person, so he can't. If you need him ult the J4, have him do that.
Yeah.
Tell your team, are we forcing the trade or are we going to go turn? In this case, I said turn, you know? Because you guys are going to win the fight. But if you miss that Baron smite, you will lose. You will lose the game. This game can easily start snowballing out of control because Kale can just say, fuck you, Mordekaiser, and potentially start snowballing the game. Kales can come back. They are very snowbally back champions. And Caitlyn, with a proper lead, can go ahead and dominate the map.
Mm-hmm.
So, do not risk 50-50 Baron calls if you don't need to. You didn't need to this game. You had a comfortable mid and top lead, and all you need to do was guide them to the right answer.
Yeah.
But you lucked out. You did a better smite job, and J4 panicked in the middle of all that chaos. And I think he also got ulted by
he got
Mordekaiser. Had J4 just EQ'd over, like if he just E'd and then Q'd over, you lost it. Because again, you didn't have a sweeper to deny vision. So you need to work on your vision control. Alright?
Yeah. I'll start buying sweeper.
Alright. Is there any other questions you have for me today?
No, I think that'll be all. Just the whole jungle rotation and how to be efficient.
Not a problem. So, how to be efficient is definitely like just watch more of my videos and just really try to copy that Phoenix cone. Because that Phoenix cone is definitely harder to learn than Tiger, where Tiger is just like auto attack 4 times and you're good to go.
Yeah.
I understand it is, but definitely watch how I position the camps, because a lot of the times you'll see me walk backwards to line my camps up, and then I hit them with the Phoenix Cone.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely you could join us on a regular day and ask me to do a demonstration live, and I don't mind walking through it if you need to. Okay?
Okay. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Luffy.
Mhm.
Alright, have a good day.
You too.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click that bell to get notified when the next Udyr video is released.
And make sure to join our Discord server, where if you have questions on Udyr, I'll be there to assist you any day of the week.
Comment your thoughts down below, as well as recommend what build and runes Meta should go next. Ciao!
Ciao!